Hello, 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 group 2, welcome. And you need to make sure you have a pencil, a paper, and we're going to work on some of your problems together. When I write, you write. It's just that simple. So let's get started, shall we? Alright, so what you're going to do is, the first problem you're going to do is you're going to look at multiples. Stop the video anytime, catch up, write it down, then start the video again. Remember, you can stop this video at any time to catch up with your writing. Alright, here we go. So, we are going to look at the question, is 66 a multiple of 9? Okay, now to solve this guy, you're going to look at this guy, and then you're going to skip count by him. You're going to skip count by him, and you're trying to hit this guy. So what does that look like? Okay, so write with me. So we're going to skip count by 9. Okay, we're just trucking right along. And here we go, and then 72. I'm going to stop right there. The reason I'm stopping is if I would have hit 66, it would have been somewhere between those numbers. And I did not hit it. I didn't hit 63. 66. I hit 63 and 72. But if I'm using multiples of 9, I'll never hit 66. So 66, and you write this down. Let me go ahead and write that in a different color so I'm going to write that down. So 60, and you have to answer that. 66 is not a multiple of 9. Okay? That is how you answer that. Okay? Because we skip counted it, and we never hit 66. All right, so let's look at the next problem, okay? Remember, stop the video anytime to catch up with your writing. All right, my lovely friends, we have a lovely rectangle, also known as a square. And we are going to find the area, and we're going to find the perimeter. Now, what I've noticed is you guys are not using your equations here, and I'm going to write the equations in a different color. So first of all, we have to label all of our sides. So we know that this side, because it's a square, is going to be 8, this side is going to be 8, and this side is going to be 8. So 8, 8, 8, all the way around this lovely little square. Now, to be able to measure area, measurement of area is a multiplication. So you're going to measure length times width. So length times width will equal an equation of 8 times 8. Okay? So 8 times 8, sorry, I must have paused my video, equals 64. And then our answer for area is 64. I leaned on the pause, so if this video is a little messed up, I'm sorry. So now we are going to look at perimeter. And to look at perimeter, we are going to add up all the dimensions or all of the measurements of the sides. So to do that, we need to add. Okay? So then that'll be 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. And we know 16 plus 16 is 32. So our perimeter is going to be 32. Okay? So that's our perimeter. Area and perimeter. Make sure when you are doing this, you have your equations. These are super important. These equations, if you do not write those, you are not going to be able to move on to a new group at all, under no circumstances. Okay, so let's look at the next thing. Okay, so we're going to look at factors. We're going to look at factors. So let's look at this question. Now, remember, you can stop the video at any time to catch up with my writing. All right, so we're going to look at this number of 32, and we're going to figure out, is the number please factor the following number. And we have to decide, is the number prime or composite. So we're going to use a factor tree, and put our number 32 right there. Okay? And then we're going to circle whether it's prime or composite after we've factored this guy. All right, so 32. So we know that our first number has to be 1. So 1 times something equals 32, because this is our answer. 32 is the answer, so I know that 1 times 32 is 32. Okay, how about 2? Does 2 times anything equal 32? Well, I'm betting 18 does, because you know that 18 times 2, 18, so you have 8 and you have 2. So you know that this is 20 and this is 16. Oh, excuse me, 30, let's see. Hold on. Sorry, my bad. I was like thinking about that. It's supposed to be 16. I don't know why I'm writing a different number. So this will be 16 and then 6 here. And then you know that this is going to be 12 right here. So these two together equal 32. Okay, so then erase this guy. I'm erasing it. You don't have to erase that. I'm just trying to give myself more room. All right, so I know that. So let's think about 4. So you know that 4 times 8 equals 32. 5 does not work. So 5 times something, no, that does not work at all. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 5 is 35. Or 6 times 5 is 30. 5 will never work. 6 will never work. 7 will never work. 8 works because we already have it down. So those are the factor pairs. So then we have 6. You draw 6 lines because I have 6 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to draw out 6 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so then I'm going to put my factors on there. 1 and 32. And I'm not sure why I wrote 32 there. This should have been 16. My bad. 16 should be there. 2 and 16. And then the other number will be 4 and 8. So then those are our factor pairs right there. So this guy, this guy, this guy. All right. So those are our factor pairs. Now we have to decide, is 32 prime or composite? Well, it's going to be composite because we have composite. We have 1, 2, 3. 3 factor pairs. We have 3 factor pairs. So that makes it composite. If it only had 1 factor pair, then it would be prime. But this is composite. Okay, 32 has 3 factor pairs. All right, so that is that. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next piece here. And that next piece is going to look at a area and perimeter of a large rectangle of a 2-digit number. Okay, so we're going to draw out our rectangle and we're going to label the dimensions. So this will be 64 and this will be 7 right there. All right, so let's go ahead and do the perimeter really quickly. I misspelled it. And over here we'll do area. Okay, so the perimeter, you already know that you have to write all of the dimensions down. So 64, 64, and 7 over here. So then these two sides and these sides, this side and this side are the same length. This side and this side are the same length. Just so that you remember that. Okay, so now I'm going to do the perimeter. I'm going to add up all the sides. And remember, stack your numbers vertically. Do not write them from side to side. Do not do this. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Do not do that. Write them like this. 64 over the top of 64. That's how big fourth graders do it. Okay? And then add it. So we are going to add the ones placed first, top to bottom, right to left. So 4 plus 4 is 8. Okay? And then we're going to write 6 plus 6 is going to be 12, so you write that there. So so the perimeter on this guy is 128. So that's your perimeter right there. Okay? Now, we're going to look at area. And area, you're going to measure length times width. So our equation for that is going to be 7 times 64. And you're going to do this. You're going to break it into 60 and 4. Okay, and then this equation is going to be 7 times 60 and 7 times 4. Okay, so then I'm going to break 64. I'm going to 7 times 60 plus 4 because we're using the distributive property. Now I'm going to distribute 7 to the 60 and 7 to the 4. So now I have 7 times 60 and 7 times 4. You need to include these steps. Now, I know that 7 times 6 is 42. I know that. And I'm going to add the 0 right here because that means I've multiplied by 10. So that makes it then 420. Okay, now we're going to look at 7 times 4, which is 28. I'm going to write that. And then I'm going to stack the numbers one on top of each other. And then I'm going to add them. So now we're going to add up this column right here. And that is going to be 8. We're going to add up this column right here. So 2 groups of 10 plus 2 groups of 10 is 4 groups of 10. And then we're going to add up this column and then just the 4. So our area is 448. That's our area using the area model. Okay, so remember, stack your numbers on top of each other vertically. Do not do them horizontally. I'm sick of seeing horizontal math. All right, I will see you in the next video. Get your independent work out and get it going. Goodbye.